So we'll move on to talk about dictionaries. A dictionary in Python is a collection which is unordered and mutable. In Python, we write the dictionaries using curly brackets like seen here, right? Lists, we use what? Square brackets. And tuples, we use what? Regular brackets, right? Parentheses. Lists, dictionaries are unordered collections of items. They are not indexed, so it is very useful when you need random access to the items in the list. So if you want to be able to look up items quickly when they are not stored in any particular order, dictionaries are the perfect fit for that. But lists and tuples require items to be stored in a list, and random access in those collections will be slower. The data type is heterogeneous, unlike lists, so you can have different data stored, and you're going to see examples of that. Instead of accessing items using the square bracket and providing integers like 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on to access the items, here we access the items we want using the keys. That's exactly why we have key value pairs. And the items in the dictionary are mutable, like I said at the beginning, that they are changeable. So let's look at a couple examples. MyDict for my dictionary, curly brackets, key in single or double quotes, colon, value. So that's the key value. So cats, 4. Dogs, we store 2. Sheep, we store 3. So there are 3 items, and the 3 keys, which are cats, dogs, sheep, and the values are 4, 2, 3. And when you print it, it looks just like the dictionary you provided. You can print MyDict at the index cats. You see now, instead of indexing it with 0, we're indexing it with the key, right? So the key takes the place of 0, and you can use single quotes, you can use double quotes. It means same thing. My horse, now we are assigning 3 to the value of what was stored at the key of horse. So there is no key here with horse there's no entry with horse as the key. So we are both providing the key and the value, and then the dictionary becomes a 4-item dictionary. So it's going to be cats 4, dogs 2, sheep 3, and then horse 3. That's what we get when we do this print, when we execute this print command here. Then we can sort the dictionary, and you're going to sort by the keys by default, and it sorts them alphabetically. When you run this, so it's cats 4, dogs 2, sheep 3, and then the horse 3, because that's what we added. We've added a key value pair. This is the key, this is the value. Then when we sorted, we automatically sort the keys, and like I said, it's alphabetically, so C, D, H, S. So it's now sorted. It's a collection, right? So when you use the equal to, what do you think? Is this passed by value or passed by reference? Will MyDict2 be an alias for MyDict, or will it be a copy? And obviously from the second line, you can already tell this will be an alias. For collections, e.g. lists, tuples, sets, when you use the assignment operator, what you're doing is you're just creating an alias. And MyDict2 points to the location in memory where MyDict points to. So they will contain exactly the same object because it's exactly the same location in memory. mydict2 is just an alias for mydict. mydict3, on the other hand, is created from a copy of mydict, and that will be different from mydict2. If you change the contents of mydict2, mydict changes, but mydict3 does not change. So you can grab the IDs, which will show you the memory location, and what you expect is that the address of mydict and mydict2 should be the same, right? But that for mydict3 will be different because that is just a copy. And then you run it, you see 6464. This and that are identical, but mydict3 is in a different location in the computer's memory. And lastly, we can use the pop function, and it's going to remove the item with this key, and that item was created here, right? It's hers with the value of 3. So we pop us, and then you're left with what you had originally, which is cats, dogs, and sheep with values 4, 2, and 3 respectively. And that's what you get when you run this. And with that, we conclude the video on lab 2. This was a long one, but it is important, and subsequent labs will build on it. So I decided to take the time out in these videos to go through it rigorously.